We first met in London last year at the Veg Festival, right? And then they said, when I was coming here, they said, oh, Mimi's coming here. And we got to spend some more time together.
Yeah.
And I learned that you're really big into animal rights as well. Like, you promote the health side of things because that's how people hear the message, but you personally, you really understand it from an animal rights perspective. Yeah? Why is that important to you?
Why is it important to me?
Yeah.
I think any kind of cruelty to animals or anyone in the world, I don't think we can have peace when we're killing.
Yeah.
And the thing about, people say, oh, well, fruits and vegetables are living too, but they die on their own. You don't pick a tomato, it's going to end up dying.
Yeah.
But the animal doesn't want to die. They just, okay, your time is up. You're big enough, you're fat enough, so we're gonna take you. And then the babies that they do things with. So to me, it's in my heart that I can't do that, but I don't always go out and talk about it in a militant way because I'm trying to get people to change, and sometimes it puts people off. So I try to tell people to eat healthier, and when they do, they find out they don't need
they learn that side. It comes to them, and I think that's best approach for you, especially the way you do it is. I just don't think it's right to use we have free will to then use that to take free will from others.
Yes,
so
exactly.
I think everyone should be able to do what they want, but if your choices are affecting others, then don't be doing that.
Right.
So I'm for me, my standpoint is animal rights, and I feel I found my place in the vegan community speaking about that because other people need to hear it, and often there's a lot of women speak it because they connect with the animals and they're empathetic with it, but sometimes it needs a man to say it as well, and there's a few, but I feel like there's a role for me to do that.
I always watch people with their domesticated pets,
their
dogs and cats, and they just it's their baby, it's everything to them, and they're sitting there cutting a steak, and I don't get that connection that they separate other animals from the ones that they've learned are domesticated animals. That's always confusing.
Well, it's still selfish at that point where they like animals as long as they serve them. So as long as this animal makes me look cute or it gives me company when I'm lonely, then I like it. But as long as this animal makes a nice flavor in my mouth, then then I treat it that way. So even the word owner, owning a pet, you must have realized that. I don't even like that word. You don't own a dog. Like that dog just lives with you, and I think that's okay if you have a dog and you love it. And I certainly see dogs love their owners. I'm not against that, but even just that word, you start to see the language change in how we say things, and people say meat and they say my steak. It's not your steak. That belonged to an animal. That was flesh that belonged to a cow, and so when you get into this lifestyle, you start to see language, how hypocritical we are, I think.
So I think that us being out here and doing our job, and people seeing how healthy you can be as a vegan, and seeing how healthy I be as a senior person. That's what they tell me. I'm senior. I don't
know where that comes from.
That's what I heard. I don't know where that comes from either. But we're going out and showing people that this food, it keeps you healthy. And you feel even healthier than you would eating the other food.
I became vegan for animal reasons. But when I started looking into health, it led me towards raw food. Because no other species on the planet is cooking their food except us. And we are the least healthy species on the planet. I think there's a connection between how we alter food and we make processed food. But I think when I eat raw food, it's more hydrating, it's more natural. The digestive process is a lot easier.
I like the way you always say you eat like the gorillas eat.
I
think that's a great line. I can't say that, but you can say that.
I think it's true. People want to be a strong human, but there's animals out there, and I said it in my talk yesterday, that are stronger than humans. And what are they eating? Gorillas are eating leafy greens all day. So let's try and eat more like that, and then we can be strong like the gorillas and the rhinos. I was raised eating meat. My parents still eat meat. When I was 23 and I'm 27 now, I saw veganism, and it came to me in a really blunt way. I was started to look into spiritual stuff and the work on my own ego, and started to understand what thoughts were mine and what was my ego, and and when I did that work, then veganism suddenly came to me, and I was able to understand that it's my ego that wants to impose my desires on these animals, so I'm going to let that go, and I was ready for it. But
it's interesting you say that, because I became a vegetarian after I was meditating for a while.
Oh yeah.
And so meditation brought me into the connection of all things the same, and the same thing. That it was the ego, and that who am I to say that I should kill something to eat it? So mine really came about the same way. It's soul searching.
Soul searching.
And learning more about how everything is alive and everything is energy
Yeah.
and the connection between everything.
Yeah.
So many people approached me here and told me their story at
Yeah.
this festival of being totally sick and thinking their life was over. They were
Yeah.
told by their doctors, who always tell you you're finished.
Yeah.
Here's a prescription.
Yeah.
And then they said, no, I don't want that. I'm going to go figure out what to do. And they started this, and they cured themselves.
Yeah.
I've cured myself from things
Through
that
raw
I
food,
had.
yeah.
Through high blood pressure and high cholesterol.
Yeah, can
and
you
arthritis.
name some of the things? Because everything from like skin diseases,
Cancer.
cancer,
all
yeah.
kinds of cancer.
Yeah.
Digestive problems, diabetes.
Yeah.
High blood pressure, like myself, cholesterol, arthritis.
Yeah.
I mean,
the return to nature,
it's
right?
the return to
nature.
you're getting the nutrients from the food you eat, and you don't need to take a supplement unless you're deficient in something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think it's amazing and delicious because I'm a foodie.
Yeah, I enjoy
love
food
to
now
eat.
more than ever, and I was really into my meat heavy, you know. And it's,
No, I love it. Do you eat mostly fruits? Are you a fruit?
I'm high fruit, high fruit, loads of
Yeah.
watermelon, mangoes, and I like durian. They've got durian here at the
Yeah.
festival today, which always nice to see that, you know.
Yeah.
How to start? Do you have some advice for me? How to start?
Connect
Not
with the
encouraged.
I know. Connect with the victims. Like
That's
watch.
good.
You know what? Yeah. Watch animals get killed and say, could I do that? It's about being mindful. If you look at the plate of food, and if there's bacon there and eggs and yogurt and cheese, and then go watch the processes and study behind what goes into that, and say, do I really want to vote with my money for that process? Do I really want to vote for cows to have their throats slit when there's some beautiful raw food I can eat over here? Or do I really want cows' babies to be taken away from them when they love them, or male chicks to be killed just so that the female chicks can be saved to grow have eggs? These are industries that, one, it's not healthy for us, but beyond that, it's
all about money.
Yeah, it's about money, and it's not good. It's not good to treat animals like that. If you appreciate life and you're grateful for your life and you're a truly happy person, don't make choices that affect and negatively impact other beings' lives on this planet. It's as simple as that.
It really, if you watch any of these films and you see what happens to the animals, I can't imagine it not changing somebody's life.
Yeah, absolutely. Changed my life.
Can't imagine it. Yeah.
Earthlings.
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 That's what I was going to say. Earthlings is
Watch Earthlings.
dynamite. Hard to watch.
Yeah.
It's a narrated movie with all the things that happen to the animals, and I think it's well worth anybody watching it. And then if you make the choice to continue, that's your choice. But I think it would be hard for you to make a choice. I think you'll be very encouraged to change after that.
Yeah. It's a tough one, but watch. This is what our generation is up to right now on the planet. We need to change it because it's not right.
Right.
So do you have a recipe not to get upset, angry, or sort of pissed off?
I think it's important. There's an injustice going on in the planet. I use anger as fuel. You know, if I saw a man beating a woman, I would be angry and I would want to stop it. I see animals get killed against their will, and it's not right, and it upsets me. So I use this to speak out. I'm not about being passive anymore. Passivism won't change me. Just because I'm doing good, I'm not doing harm to others. If I sit by and watch others do harm, I feel I'm just as complicit in that harm. So I'm going to speak up for the animals. They don't have a Gandhi or a Martin Luther or Malcolm X to speak for them. They don't communicate with humans in that way. So we need to be the ones that recognize this injustice and oppression that we're causing and change that. You agree?
I agree.
Yeah. See, it's angry, but it's passionate, you know, and it's for the right people. I hope to come back next year and see everyone come. I think this movement's really growing now, and anyone that gets into it at this stage, there's exciting times ahead. So if you come next year, you're really on the brink of something big.
And I've been to lots of festivals before, the raw festivals, and this one is amazing. And I know throughout the years they just keep getting better and better. But I thought this one was so authentic because they made sure that all the food stands were raw food. A lot of them ones I go to, there's some vegan foods or some other foods that really have unhealthy things in it. But they were so particular to make sure that everybody had really raw food. You're getting a true experience of amazing food here. I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
I just want to keep eating, but because everything.
Yeah.
Did you try that lasagna yet?
The lasagna.
Oh, killer.
The burrito.
The burrito.
The banana pancake.
The pancake thing.
Yeah.
Oh, the food here is amazing, and it had a beautiful setting. I have to say, this is so comfortable.
I think it's the biggest raw food movement in Europe.
Yeah,
So, I've never seen a festival with so many amazing
and
raw
who knew
food.
Prague?
Who knew? But now we do. Now if you're watching this, now you know.
Yeah,
so next
you got to
year,
come to this one. This
Yeah.
one's really worth coming to. Wherever you have to travel from, it'll be worth it. It's really great. Uvažíme se za rok. That was good. I like that one.